Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Main Sequence. This is a demo of a game there, you could call it almost like Satisfactory in space, crossed with, I don't know, something like spaceship flying, I don't know. So, I'm gonna be demoing this and previewing this in today's video, so stick with me, let's check it out. We're gonna go with new game, planetary field, we're gonna randomize it, and we're gonna be creating the world. Now the whole premise is that you are in a spaceship that is floating through some sort of asteroid field. It looks kind of cool, it looks kind of awesome, and the machines are orange and red, which is actually very reminiscent of Satisfactory. And as you can tell, it is sort of the same vibe. So we're gonna go right in. So first things first, we want to have a tutorial, we want to start piloting, scan for resources, and I'm gonna be checking first for titanium, see if we can get some. WASD is used for moving, and the arrow does point you to some resources. So once again, let's do another ping. Where is it now? Okay, it's supposed to be, yeah, small titanium ore asteroid. And if you press left click, you're gonna do the destruction, right click does the tractor beam to get all the necessary materials that you want. So yeah, there we go, pressing the right tractor beam, and there we go, all the materials are gonna get in. Once again, let's do another titanium, shall we? Small titanium asteroid, straight ahead. The mission is for gathering resources and getting started is to gather 50 titanium ore, nickel ore, and water ice. I mean, ultimately we're gonna need a little bit more than that, so I'm just gonna be collecting these. Alright, now let's go with the nickel ore. Where do we have some nickel ore? The closest one being in proximity to 500 meters. So from this perspective, you are sort of like flying a spaceship and just doing the mining, when you are actually left click is basically destroy, and there we go, there is another one. Let's go with the mine water ice. Water ice is kind of plentiful and is around. Is there anything closer? Yeah, there is the one that's closest. There are a couple of water ice asteroids, so it's not really a big deal. Let's do a little bit of destruction of some water ice stuff. Here we go. And I'm assuming that this was also scanned as water ice, so I'm just gonna do a couple more. Alright. Here we go. Water ice. Yes, please. Now, that being said, the idea is to craft the building materials, titanium plates, hull plates, and lightweight frames. Speaking of that, I think this is another nickel asteroid, so while I'm here, might as well, you know. You never know. We are power hungry, and I'm a loot goblin, so yeah, alright. Okay, let's close it. Now, we're gonna stop piloting, and we're gonna go to the satisfactory part, pun intended. So we're gonna have the workbench, and the idea is to craft 25 titanium plates. So yeah, we go with 25, alright, and then we need 5 hull plates, and we need lightweight frames, also 5 pieces. That's gonna be happening while this thing is being processed, so you have to imagine that there is a little bit of waiting to be involved. Now, while that's building, I have no intention of waiting, while at the same time I could be collecting some more titanium resources, for example like this small titanium asteroid over here. And this one, yeah. Don't forget, this is the game that is similar to Satisfactory, meaning you will never have enough materials. So while you're already there, might as well be picking up some more, and there we go, come on, yes. So that's more titanium, and I'm gonna go overboard with the nickel. There we go, let's see, where do we have nickel? Nickel, small nickel ore asteroid, ore 56, okay, that's not a lot, but still, 56 nickel ore is not something to be sneezed at. Yeah, I'm gonna pick that stuff as well. Come on, talk with me. There we go, easy does it, tiger. Yeah, alright, and soon enough we are all ready. We have printed all the bars that we need. which is great because that actually means we can go and print more stuff that we need to. So workbench wise, we now need to create 5 hull plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we need 5 lightweight frames. Or I guess, yeah, it's gonna be one more when this is printed. Yeah, there we go. So once that's done, we are gonna be probably starting the crafting more. However, from experience, I know that we should be crafting more stuff, and I don't want you guys to be watching and waiting while this stuff gets built. So yeah, also we're gonna be looking up for some nice illuminated part of the space that's not too crowded, where we could be starting to build, because the drum roll please, we're supposed to be building a space station with a satisfactory. Yes. I've been talking that word way too many times. Alright, so construct a safe station. Q. So yeah, we go with a station, starter station, and we're gonna be placing that, what do you say guys, like this with a nice view? Which build mode? Yeah, nope. Let's go with this one. Oh, look at this, already looks much better. So we're gonna get close and hold F to dock. There we go. Alright, now we undock, and look at this. We are, ladies and gentlemen, officially docked to the space station. Yes. Ain't it beautiful? Ain't it glorious? We can actually go and look at that view. My, isn't it amazing? Sure is. Alright, so we should build a reactor, build a refinery, and build a science lab. So we should definitely be building the machines. Now while we're docked, I'm assuming this is the whole reason why we actually took this damn things to be built in the first place. Now, that being said, I'm gonna put a couple of magnetic coils, a couple of hull plates, just to be on the safe side while these things are being produced. Right. Alright, and then we have to remember we have a reactor here, which we're supposed to be building. There is a hint. It has auto insert. If I turn this off, meaning all the reactor components that I built will not be automatically inserted into the reactor, which is something that we want, because we're gonna be building those because we need to be building the station. So hydrogen fuel for the reactor, obviously. Now, build a reactor, build a refinery, and build a science lab. Now, this, guys, is actually sort of like building a satisfactory, and all of them require, see, titanium plates, magnetic coils. Most of them need titanium plates and magnetic coils, so that's something that we should definitely focus on. Titanium plates, yes, those will be produced in quite the bulk, and then magnetic coils for sure, that's something that we want a lot more. So I'm gonna be moving magnetic coils, these, and I need a lot of titanium plates which haven't been produced, you say. Alright, I hear ya. Now, yeah, you build a bit more titanium plates, then you build these, and then you build these. By the time we do this, we're gonna be just fine. Okay, ship inventory. We do have some nickel plates. We have a bunch of titanium plates, not too many to be honest. And let's see, what can we build? Build a reactor, build a refinery, build a science lab. Now, this is actually the first thing that comes to mind, because small storage for items that conveyor belts can insert and withdraw from. That requires 5 titanium plates, and that one was gonna be our main distribution center once it actually goes, because we're gonna have conveyor belts, guys. Yeah, that's right, you heard it first here. We're gonna have conveyor belts. Alright, so, let's see. There we go. This stuff is being built, and it's a pretty slow darn process. So, yeah. Now, let's see. If we go and we say build, we want to be building first the refinery. The refinery is something where the materials come in, and if materials come in, they should damn well be going to a refinery, and then from refinery onwards, right? I guess so. So what if we stick it here in the corner? I have to be smart about it because things are gonna be coming here and we don't have a lot of space. So if we place the refinery like this. And we are already starting to think, so yeah, let's see. Refinery is gonna be built here and it's gonna be printing the plates. Right. Then the stuff is gonna go out somewhere. Hold on, actually, can I? Crafting not set. Titanium plates. So if I put in here the titanium, or will I be able to craft the plates immediately, or do I need a way of powering up? That's also a good question, I guess. So let's see. I'm gonna place some, and we have to see if we're gonna need the power up, or we are using configure refinery. There we go. Let's see. Now if I place this, are you crafting? I don't think it is. Titanium plates, 20 per minute. Yeah, it takes 3 seconds to convert. So yeah, I should probably build a reactor. So reactor, 10 titanium plates and 6 and 10 magnetic coils. And it obviously needs some power. So 10 titanium plates, 10 magnetic coils. How are we doing on that front, Tiger? 10 titanium plates and we can actually do this. Beautiful. Alright, and then we're gonna have the fuel. That's alright. So 8, 9 and 10 is being built, so we will be able to craft this thing. And this is being built, and after that we're gonna be building a couple more titanium plates, if you will. Right. I think once we build this, we would be able to do a lot more. So let's see. Okay, 5 of this. I think that's enough. I'm gonna let you work in peace and quiet at the back. So I'm thinking just out loud. If I build a reactor, it doesn't need to be, must be on a station. Yeah, I'm guessing so. So if I place it somewhere where it's not in the way that much, maybe here. Yeah. Okay. So you are inside, and then let's put some fuel. How about now? Are you now producing? Yes, you are. Nice. Okay, that means I could, in theory... The question is, do the conveyor belts work both ways? Because if they don't, I need to move this one way further. I am hoping that they should be able to... Yeah, okay. So now we're printing these left and right. That's cool. And then we should build a science lab, should also be built somewhere. It's a good question where. I'm guessing I want to be putting that thing in the corner. Science lab, it requires 5 magnetic coils. Okay. Can we build 5 magnetic coils, please? Maybe. Yeah, I can build 1. Okay. I'm gonna definitely need assembler. 1, 2. So I need 5 magnetic coils. I can build 3 at the moment. Hopefully 4, 5. Come on, talk to me. 4. Yeah, stack him, please. 4. And come on, 5. That's nice. So from that perspective, we should be good. And also, yeah, you continue printing that stuff. And we need to build a science lab. Science lab is gonna get built. I'm imagining, like, if this is the science lab. Convert certain items into research. Can I actually put it somewhere so it's not in the way? Like this. I know it doesn't make sense, and it doesn't make sense to me. Configure the lab. Research item. What we want to do? We want to be researching silicon wafers, or we want to build releasing servo motors. I mean, first thing obviously is logistics. Without that we are screwed. So yeah, let's go with the logistics first, and we need 10 items. for that. And 10 items means that I could actually chuck those in. I'm missing... oh, no, not those. I need those. And then I need 5 more of these plates. Fine. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pick up 50 plates. Look at that. Now we're gonna tell titanium we're gonna build those. And we are gonna be chunking in the nickel ore. Okay, the refinery means select new mission with E. Yeah, what's the new automation? Yes, I'm gonna go with automation, thanks. We're gonna have to research the logistics, which I think I'm exactly doing right now. Okay, I'm gonna also pick up all of these building materials, which I do need. And then you, Sunshine, are gonna be building... hold on, that stuff I don't need at the moment. It's better that it's here, and then you just craft magnetic coils, as many as you can muster. You, Sunshine, in the meantime, will be producing the plates. Thank you. And you, Sunshine, in the meantime, shall be producing the hull plates, because we have the assembler. Now, how many? 5 more. Yes, please. Okay. Tell you what, do these first. You can focus on the rest later. Because, I mean, research needs to happen. There's no two ways about it. Yeah. Once the logistics is done, we can actually feed those in. Now, my main concern or my main question is, if I decide to build this logistics hub, which I do have, if I place it like here, will it be exchanging stuff with the refinery? I'm hoping. I am hoping so. The question is whether it believes that those two are connected. So if I open container and if I put the I should be putting maybe the material, because then we could actually test this theory out. So if we place this nickel ore and this titanium ore into the supply chain, question is whether or not will this refinery will be taking stuff out. So let's say container 15. So now the question is, will it be withdrawing? 37. Now what? Why did you stop? No, let me guess, no charge. Yeah, there you go. Thought as much. So 37, 36. What about you? No, you're still stable. I guess there will need to be conveyor belts. Alright, fair enough. Honestly, I'm completely new to this kind of logistical gameplay, but I think I find it extremely fun and cool. Now, let's do some research. We are researching the logistics, and logistics is gonna get researched. There's no two ways about it. Right? There we go. Material science, we're progressing towards it. You are definitely not picking stuff up, and you are building these things willy-nilly. Alright. I guess now what we should do is put another refinery here and then make sure that whatever output it generates, it goes back inside somehow. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming. Alright. Then we're probably gonna need to harvest more. So, what are you building, Prytel? Nothing at the moment, which means you should. Magnetic coils, you have some plates here. Can I actually split the stack inside? And I want you to build the plates. Thank you. Logistics unlocked. Beautiful. Now, if we just say, alright, I want you to build, I need nickel plates and titanium plates. Alright, those are the basic building blocks of life, apparently. Fine. I have built, and let's go to logistics. You are gonna get here. There we go. So what are you? Configure the dock. You're gonna be unloading titanium ore. Are you unloading titanium ore? Yes, you are. Beautiful. So that means you're filling up on titanium ore while you are doing absolutely nothing. Fine. Is there a way how I can deconstruct you? Yep, there is. Cool. Did I get the materials back? I sure as hell hope so. Now, science lab, we have the refinery. Cool. Refinery can actually then go somewhere here-ish so that we get minimum, and logistics say that rotate. Yeah, there we go. Why are you moving stuff out this way? I did not configure this to go out. Okay, but we can turn this around. You're making this. See? Easy. On the flip side, that's going in. And yes, we are filling that. But you have more stuff inside, don't you? Yes, you have. So interesting. It could be that it means one plate on the one side, another plate on the another. What we're gonna research next? We are gonna research on the research tree. Logistics was important. Enrichment, basic circuits, that's for ship, I assume, right? Crafting. Yeah, I really want to have servo motors. That's 15 material science. Yeah. So we are gonna be producing more ship plates, I guess. Can I craft an assembler? That's also a question. An assembler. I need 5 lightweight frames to produce an assembler. So I'm gonna produce 5 lightweight frames. There we go, 5 lightweight frames, and you can actually just continue to print that shit while we continue. Yes. Some more magnetic coils, an assembler. I do already have enough, so... But I think it would be highly beneficial if you continue to make fuel. That might be important, right? Alright, where are my frames? There we are. Thank you. I need those. And I need those. Fine. Let's continue. So, research lab. You continue the research, please. And assembler-wise, I do want to produce assembler. And that one is... Oh shoot, it's huge. I mean, there's not a lot of room here. I don't know how it thinks I'm gonna be constructing this shit, but this is freaking huge. Should I be constructing more stuff? I don't know. Now what? Are you finished? What? You're full. But why aren't you... You're doing titanium plates, so what's your problem? I'm guessing it's the power. Yes, it's the power, and it always is. Alright, I guess... See, this is what I have to fight with. Why didn't it... now it's starting to go into hydrogen fuel. Oh boy. Yeah, I guess I didn't see this one coming. So, see guys, this is how you can actually make and build your own space station. It's kind of cool. It just requires you to know what the heck you're doing, and it requires a little bit of extra planning, but I find it actually quite interesting and fun, to be honest. What are you doing? You're researching that material science. How much do we need? Let's see. What's our research tree? We are doing servo motors, and we are 1 out of 15. We're gonna need 15 of these plates. I think we put in 7. So we're definitely gonna need to be 8 more. So yeah, we're gonna be putting those there, and we're gonna say, okay, we need 8 more. Holy moly, we don't have enough. Well, there's gonna be enough eventually after the plates have been produced by the refinery. Yes. All right. So I guess that's the way you do research nowadays. Okay, we're gonna be putting those plates here just in case we actually need more stuff done, and we're gonna need more power so that things don't get stuck again on the nuclear reactor. I would say that our hydrogen reactor is so basically costly, it just costs an arm and a leg. But maybe the better procedure would be just go directly inside and then have them produced and then going to a common storage. The thought had crossed my mind, to be honest. Use the workbench. What else do we have? We have built these, we have built those. Can I build a couple more? Probably. And I'm gonna need them for research, so yeah. I'm not gonna be building any lightweight frames though. See, that's the thing. Now that we are building these, we can actually do some sort of automation, and my goal is to actually make a lot of automations here. But in order to do that, I need to be starting producing these basic resources, and for the most part I am doing that. See, with these nickel plates I can actually create so much. But okay, hull plates, yeah, we have 7, okay, 8, just as I predicted. Now, if I place those, we should be able to get servo motors done. So, servo motors done. What about you, Sunshine? Do you need more power? More power! Okay. And what? Now you're using those, why? Aha, because you're just sequentially unloading everything. You're not actually filtering. That's interesting. Alright, so once you're done with those plates, I actually might build another... Can I build another refinery? Yes, I can. And that refinery should go this way. Yes. And that refinery is gonna be crafting these plates, and it requires also a belt that's gonna go that way, which will be feeding it, obviously. That's cool. I can actually go through these things. Nice. Take nickel ore. Yeah. I don't... This is the thing. I would like to have you feeding in here rather than you feeding in there. Can I maybe temporarily disable this? Yes, hopefully. Servo motors unlocked. Beautiful. So if I place you here, you're gonna just continue to go into the refinery for crafting these. Nice. Alright, can I... Does that mean that I should be unloading these? Do I have any more? Yes, I do. Sweet. So then we can actually go researching the mining drones. I would go with silica because that's actually gonna help me further. Hydrogen power solar panels. Oh, that's a lot. Ship armor. Yeah, that's actually a lot of advanced shit that I currently don't have. But silica mining should be still something that's doable. And it requires how many? 30 Gs. 30. Yeah, at this point I should already be producing this stuff a lot quicker. True. Granted. Yeah, and I'm gonna take all these plates because currently we have nothing more in the ship. Nor we should have. Alright. So, I would like to build ultimately an assembler. So, one assembler. I have to find a way how to get through to things because, yeah, the setup here is not gonna be ideal. That's a given. But configure assembler, what we're gonna be creating. We are gonna be creating, for the time being, 2 titanium plates, 2 magnetic coils. Or magnetic coils, yeah, that requires nickel plates. So, yeah, we're gonna go with the basic titanium plates. And that's gonna be producing hull plates so that we can ensure that we do more stuff. Okay. You know what? There you go. Craft, please. How are you doing? Did you convert everything? Yeah, for the time being we're gonna do a little bit of manual work, but it is what it is. Those hull plates are gonna help us research a lot more stuff down the line. So research tree, I do want to go with the silica refining, and it requires 30 material science, which means it will be requiring those 30 plates. Now, if I can actually just make a point that where I'm feeding this stuff in. There we go. How about that? Nice. Okay, we have just made an automatic unlock of the, you know, research. And that's cool. So from that perspective, that's definitely gonna be happening. So research queue is silica refining, and mining drones could actually be highly useful. So I might as well add that to the queue. Yeah. Deploy mining drones that automatically call resources. Yeah, those sound like an automation of mining, and that's definitely gonna help us a lot. Alright, I mean, I'm game. And then, just to make things a little bit nicer, I want to show you how this looks like. Open the designer. Look at this. Now, we could actually expand this by dock functional blocks. We could add an additional station here. Look at that. Hull, weight, 40 tons. Boom. Added. Unsaved changes will be lost. Do you want to exit? Cancel. Right. So, we are missing building materials. We need 10 hull plates. Okay, so that means we won't be able to... Are you sure you want to exit? Yeah, because currently I don't have 10 hull plates. But if I had 10 hull plates, I could actually connect here and make this into a bigger station than it is. Alright, I think we know what the next order of business is. Go mine shit and continue. Anyway guys, this has been a preview of the game called Main Sequence. Let me know what you think about it. I certainly think it has potential, and yeah, I will be keeping a close eye on this one. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.